Good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Iqmal Alif. My matric number is 294510. I will be presenting a brief summary of our report, which explores ethical issues related to health and safety in the workplace, particularly in high-risk industries like construction. The report compares two real-life cases from Malaysia and the United States, both involving tragic workplace accident caused by employer negligence. In Malaysia, the case involved HAB construction, where a tower crane collapsed in Shah Alam, killed an Indonesian worker. The company was found in breach of the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, but was only fined RM50,000 with minimal follow-up action. In contrast, the US case at River Valley Animal Food saw a worker die from toxic gas exposure in a confined space. The company had failed to provide any safety training. As a result, they were fined USD 500,000, placed on probation, and forced to undergo external safety monitoring, sparking institutional reform. Using ethical frameworks such as utilitarianism, deontology, rights theory, and ethics of care, the report emphasized that safety is not just a legal requirement, it's a moral duty. Employers must protect the dignity, rights, and life of workers, especially vulnerable groups like migrant workers. In conclusion, the report calls for a workplace culture rooted in ethics, accountability, and compassion, not just compliance, to build trust, prevent harm, and ensure long-term sustainability. Thank you.
My name is Nadana Fatihah binti Amalek Faisal. Number matric is 292593. I present about issue summary. Alright, health issue in Malaysia related to the ethic of safety health issue in the workplace is a date of a HAB construction Sdn Bhd employees, an Indonesian citizen known as Assigment, who died a result of a turn crane collapse in 2018 at the construction site of project in Persara Multimedia Section 7 Malaysia, where 3 others workers also injured at the scene. The ethic issue that can be linked are the employees' failures to ensure the safety and welfare of workers are more greater while doing their job. Lead to a fatal accident was well as technical of responsibility under the Occupational Safety and Health Action 1994 because there are no adequate safety measures during the operation of the tower crane. So the result of the accident, the company HAB Construction was subject to legal action with its HAB Construction Sdn Bhd was charged under section 50 stroke 1 of the Occupational Safety and Health Action 1994, which provide a maximum fine of 15,000 RM or imprisons of for up to years or both. On 27 December 2021, the Shah Alam Station Court imposed a maximum fine of 15,000 on the company after it was found guilty. Therefore, HAB Construction Company has taken a remedial step where the company has paid compensation of 10,000 to the victim family and borne to the cost of sending the body to Indonesia, and also borne the cost of medical treatment for 3 workers who also suffered injured at the construction site. The hotly debate issue abroad in Malaysia is the 10 October 23 case where Jason Kelly died from exposed to toxic gas at the River Valley Animal Foods Dunlap, United States, which is Jason Kelly worker as a maintenance worker, dig from inhaling hydrogen sulfur gas in a confined space which he was trying to repair a leak in his workers because the gas is very toxic and smell like rotten egg, which can cause him to lose consequences within a second in exposed to high level. Example, workers are not training on the dangers of hydrogen sulfur gas, and employers fail to ensure the safety of confined space, which is primary responsibility under the OSHA. As a result of this case, the company was sued under the OSHA for willful violation, which is a violation that is intentional or committed with disregard of the law, causing the federal court to sentence the company to a maximum fine of USD 50,000 and a probation period of several years where the company must report all their safety measures to OSHA.
Workplace safety is one of the most unethical obligations every employer is to uphold. There are several ethical issues based on the case that occurred, including a stark example organized against workers due to negligence is provided by the case of HAB Construction Sdn Bhd that culminating in the case conflict in ensure worker safety. Negligence in the context means that the company did not take responsible precaution to protect its worker from atypical risks. According to the report, the company did not ensure safety at the work site and in the conduct of the work that led to the tragic incident. This glaring neglect shows gross unethical conduct by the company and general welfare of the employees. For ethical issue on this case is utilitarianism. The basic idea that the right action is a given situation is the one that produces the greatest amount of overall utility is assumed by constitutionalism. Secondly, deontology. In deontology ethic, an action is ethical if it allows principle or obligation, impressing moral responsibility. In the instance of tower crane collapse in Shah Alam, the government and firms need to take immediately action, but that is right theory. Human rights, sometimes called moral rights, are at the heart of principle-based ethics. They were the basic rights or entitlements that every individual has simply because they are human. For example, the incident that resulted in the death of the Indonesian worker and the injury of the three other workers occurred due to a tower crane. Then, ethics of care. All the approach of the ethic assume that ethics should be impartial and any special relationship. We should care for those dependent on and related to us because the self require caring relationship with others.
Hi, my name is Umi Amira Nusaibah binti Muhammad Shafawi and my metric number is 297720. I'll be presenting the international case study on workplace health and safety ethics, specifically the case of Jason Kelly in the United States. Jason Kelly was a maintenance worker at a River Valley Animal Foods in Tennessee. Tragically, he died after inhaling toxic hydrogen sulfate gas while working in a confined space. The core issues here was a gross negligence by the employer. There was no safety training, no protective equipment, and no emergency procedures in place. This shows a complete failure in both legal compliance and ethical responsibility. Now, let's look at the ethical theories we use to analyze this case. Firstly, utilitarianism. A company's decision to save costs by skipping safety protocols resulted in a preventable death. This outcome did not bring the greatest good, making their action unethical. Secondly, deontology. From a duty-based perspective, the company clearly failed its obligation to protect employees regardless of the consequence. This violates moral duties that must be upheld. Third, right theories. Jason Kelly had a fundamental right to safe working environment. By ignoring that, the company violates his basic human rights. Next, ethic of care. The company showed a compassion or concern for Kelly's well-being. Ethical care means valuing an individual beyond just their labor, which was clearly absent here. And finally, justice as fairness. This case reflects inequality in safety treatment. The worker's life was sacrificed for cost efficiency, which is completely and unjust. In conclusion, this case teaches us that ethical leadership must prioritize human life over profit. Every company has a moral legal duty to protect its workers. Neglecting this is not only unethical but deadly. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, so my name is Muhammad Izzat bin Isa. So my metric number is 292044. So let's begin by looking at the nature of incidents in both countries. In Malaysia, a tragic event occurred in 2018 at a construction site managed by HAB Construction Sdn Bhd. A tower crane collapsed, resulting in the death of an Indonesian workers and injuries to three others. While in the United States, back in 2003, a maintenance worker named Jason Kelly died after inhaling toxic hydrogen sulfide gas while working in a confined place at River Valley Animal Foods. What's important to highlight here is that both incidents were preventable, and this happened due to serious negligence on maintaining safe working conditions. From an ethical standpoint, both companies actually failed their responsibilities. HAB Constructions allowed an unsafe crane operation, while River Valley failed to provide a proper training and rescue procedures for working in hazardous environment. These failures violate not only basic safety standards but also key ethical principles such as the duty of care and respect for human life. From a utilitarian view, they did not act as the best interest of their employees, and under their deontological ethics, they clearly failed to uphold their moral duties. These cases show how negligence workplace safety can lead to devastating and avoidable consequences.
Hi, my name is Sharifah Nashkin binti Syed Razizi. My metric number is 292777. So, conclusion. In conclusion, this study underscored that ethical behavior is not merely a moral ideal, but a fundamental imperative for ensuring the health and safety of everyone involved in the construction industry, from worker on site to the surrounding community and future building user. The tragic case of HAB construction Sdn Berhad serve as a stark reminder that neglecting safety, even in pursuit of profit, is a clear ethical failure with devastating human and financial consequences. To foster a truly safe environment, leaders must prioritize moral responsibility over profit, commit to fair treatment and respect for all employees regardless of their background, and uphold accountability as a cornerstone of ethical leadership. By integrating this core ethical value into every aspect of operation, the construction industry can prevent future tragedies, build trust, and truly value the inherent right and dignity of every individual. Last but not least is an ethical lesson. There are three aspects of ethical lesson that can we get from these cases. Firstly is a moral responsibility of right profit. Then is a fair treatment and respect for all employees. Lastly is accountability is fundamental to ethical leadership. Okay, in demanding industries like construction, moral responsibility must always override profit because every worker has a right to a safe environment, and ignoring this can lead to irreversible losses, as tragically seen with HAB construction. This commitment extends to ensuring fair treatment and respect for all employees, regardless of background, fostering a workplace free from discrimination and bias. Ultimately, accountability is fundamental to ethical leadership, requiring leaders to take full responsibility for their decision, act with transparency, and continuously learn from mistakes to prevent future harm and build enduring trust. That's all. Thank you.